Google Classroom gives you the ability to grade assignments very easily. You can assign individual points to an assignment, or you can create a rubric. To create a rubric, I'm going to create a fresh assignment. I'm going to click Create and then go to Assignment. Before I create my rubric, I have to at least give my assignment a title. In this case, I'm going to go a little more authentic, and I'm going to say that this is a presentation. Now, something like a presentation, a paper, a project, something more authentic is really helpful to be graded by a rubric because you can have multiple portions graded, you can have multiple expectations for a bigger chunked assignment. As always in Google Classroom, I can add a more formal instruction. I can attach from Drive, YouTube. I can create a new assignment, upload, or link things. I can launch a Nearpod, a WeVideo assignment, Adobe Express, and you can always choose your audience. You can choose the due date and topic. Now, your points for the assignment, if I want this to be a 30-point project, my rubric will scale to that 30 points. I can either create my points through the rubric or scale to a total point that I want to go into my gradebook. So even though I'm shooting for 30 points, I can have more or less points in my rubric. When I click the rubric button, I get a couple options: create rubric, reuse rubric, import a rubric from Sheets. We're going to go simple, straightforward, and just create a rubric. The criterion in our rubric are our grading categories. In this case, if I'm doing a presentation, it could be something as simple as the slide that I'm using. I can type in the title for that criterion and then type in a description for what the expectations of that criterion are. This description will help students understand what that point value means, what it means to meet the top value of that amount. Now, I might make this first slide worth 3 points. That way, when I grade in Google Classroom, I can give it a scale from 0 to 3. And I could name this title Excellent. If students are doing their best, they're earning a 3 on this slide. They met all the expectations. And I could even go deeper. All expectations are met. The 3 points that I added here are now added up top. Now I can, instead of reinventing the wheel, I like this slide format. I like that I have the points there already. I can duplicate my criterion. If I duplicate the criterion, everything copies down. I want it instead to be slide number 2. The expectations for this slide are going to change. Be as explicit and detailed, including redetailing the titles. This is the brainstorming slide, so I'm going to remind students that this point goes towards their brainstorm reflection. I can then go down and I can redefine the points, the different levels. So excellent, all expectations are met. I might clarify. This means that I want a 3 to 5 sentence reflection. I want 2 pictures minimum. Now, if that's what the top point value is, I might put a bottom point value. I might call this the emerging, or I might call this a poor presentation or a low quality presentation if I'm looking at it from a product point of view. Here, this might be where they only had a couple of the expectations met. This will help you understand when you assign points, what that point means. It also will help the students understand that maybe their work required a little bit more effort, a little bit more higher quality. Notice that that smaller point value did not increase my total. This criterion still has a maximum point value of 3, but now I just have a different level that I can assign to students. If there is a criterion that you did not like, you want to start fresh, completely start over, you can always delete a criterion if you didn't like that. Or if as you're working on this over the years and you reorganize this presentation template. You might want to move the criteria down, change the order of that. Or if you're using this to do a grading on a worksheet and the order of the worksheet question changes, you might need to change the order of your criteria. You can copy that or just create a fresh criterion. You click add a criterion. It's going to let you give you a title, a description, a point value, and then again, you can add or create extra levels. So you could show a 1, a 3, and a 5, just like you would show in a typical rubric, a paper rubric. You would have a description of what 1 work looks like, 3 work looks like, and 5 work looks like. Once your rubric is done, you can click Save. In this case, I need to delete this because I did not actually add a title. So if you have any incomplete criterion, it'll tell you. Click Save once everything is done, and your rubric is there. Now, even though I put in 6 points, it will scale out to that 30. So if they get 50% of these 6 points, they're going to get 15 points overall. Once your assignment's done, click Assign, and you're ready to go.